Bueno, coleguitas, vamos a hacer lo de Guillaume. Visita a Guillaume en la carpa médica. A ver qué se cuenta, porque después de atacar la torre ya no pude hacer la misión de este hombre. ¿Qué quieres que haga? ¿Algún regalo para tu amada? ¿Matar un dragón o algo?
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Que no te quiere, ¿no?
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
Que se le ha caído un brazo.
All I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks, while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time.
A ver si es que tenía almorranas.
Several ensuing occasions to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
A ver si es una mujer lobo.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting. Her father, a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
Joder, y voy a tener que ir con lanza a enristre.
This tourney,
How's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
500. Dejémoslo en 600. Ni para ti ni para mí.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Le pedí poco. Pedirle más.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Pero si me acabo de cargar a un bicharraco que te iba a matar.
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do some shooting.
Come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely. Hit the red targets.
Voy a tener que usar el ratón. No. Uy.
That stench.
Wrong target. 1 point for your opponent.
¿Qué sabía? ¿Has dicho que le disparará a
Once
todo?
more.
Paso de ti.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
Let's do some riding. Roach will like that.
Excellent idea.
Bueno, pues vamos a quitar.
The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
¡Qué interesante! Uy, qué caballo más chulo. Joder, ¿dónde de coño hay que ir? ¿Qué pasa, chica? ¿Ya? Uy, un caballo con cola de fuego. Virote, amapola, queridísima amapola.
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge.
Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Pues eso no se me da bien, luchar desde el caballo. No me acuerdo yo de la cámara lenta esta.
Faster.
Sí que era importante esto. ¿Y dónde están los blancos? Amapola que... Ah, que están esos. Pues me parece que se me ha ido uno. Oh. Joder, sí que es difícil darle con esto a caballo. Que toca. Uy.
Slow now.
Joder, no puedo coger el ratón. Ahora sí. Lo que pasa es que tengo que coger el botón del mando.
Oh, I can set out more dummies.
Pues sí, vamos a hacerlo porque si no.
Practice makes perfect, even for witchers.
Porque si no la llevo clara. Bueno, ya lo he conseguido. Pero he ido justo porque he tenido que pararme para disparar a las dianas.
Rather not wear my horse down before the real race.
Where to now?
Be nice to swing, do some footwork, work up a sweat.
Very well. We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfar, for instance, fights halberd in hand.
Come with me.
Bueno, pero puede usar señales, ¿no?
You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come the end, you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best, but now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply be distracted this time.
Estás un poco fumado, ¿no? Coño, si eso. Me abrió el mando. ¿Qué dices?
Oh.
Bueno, coleguitas.
Stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
Ah, pues muy bien.
Our Duchess is usually very kind, until suddenly she is very
Sí, cuando alguien deja de ser amable suele dejar de serlo.
I will stand that fight, but be warned, I do nothing halfway. Leaving Leviosa's wounds.
Ah, ese de ahí.
Attack! Attack!
Oye, encima le da una hostia cuando le haya
Wish to
vencido.
practice fighting a moment longer?
Sí, pero no lo voy a estar grabando todo el rato.
Use some more practice. Usually fight monsters, not knights.
Pues no, porque me ha salido el mismo caballero. Así que
I think
vamos.
I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
No quería grabar, pero voy a tener que grabar por si acaso fallo, porque no me fío un pelo de la parte de ir a caballo y disparar. Aunque lo de darle espadazo es chungo, como no vaya. ¿Qué pasa, colegui? Bueno, colegui, pues vamos a escribirnos. Que no le escriba.
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia,
What a surprise.
or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of two crests. Which do you prefer?
¿Rabis cuatro cuernos? Cuéntame.
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahira and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river.
Qué bien nos lo pasábamos hace 200 años.
Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the ducal archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right.
Bueno, pues cuatro cuernos por cambiar un poco.
The
Que hace que no lo
honorable
uso.
Ravix will do.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the
Suena
reigning
bien.
champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Bueno, nenes, ya que me voy a pasar con el vídeo.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
La jarretera. Y si digo ningún voto, ¿qué?
Don't feel like making a vow.
Custom allows even for this possibility. May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tournament.
Tenía que haber hecho el voto por Jennifer.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Joder, no sabía yo que... Yo pensaba que sería una misión de mierda traerle la cabeza a algún monstruo para su amada o algo. Y está todo guapa la misión esta. Bueno. Seguro que es una mierda. Ah, no, pues... Es igual que la que tengo. Bueno, aquí lo dejo, colegas.